You're listening to Passed Out, the podcast where history, mystery, the occult, and the cosmos collide. This week, we're talking about the 2025 Grammy nominations. Stay curious, and welcome to Passed Out. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Passed Out.
I'm Arash.
I'm Josh. What have you been up to this week?
Nothing. It's all politics on my newsfeed. And
Yeah, mine too.
you know, one thing I did see is have you seen that video of the guy going to like some Indian festival where they're like, throwing cow poop at each other?
No.
It's called like Dawal or something. And he was gonna release some video. He went in some like hazard suit, makeshift hazard suit, and he apparently can't release the video because he's been getting threats. And granted, India is so huge that I'm sure a big chunk of India doesn't even know that this goes on. But it looked insane. It's like my worst nightmare. The only thing no, cow poop's worse than cockroaches, maybe, or rats running around. So that's been on my feed. But
yeah. Now that you say cockroaches, I watched a video of a guy like who like fixes PlayStation 5s like on like his Instagram. He just like works at like some shop in Utah where like you can send your like game systems that need fixed, and like he like opens this one up and there's like cockroaches crawling inside the PS5 and he like freaked out. He's like, nope, fuck this, closed it back up, wrapped it up, and he said, I found out why your PlayStation's not working, but I'm not fucking fixing it.
I did not even know that.
Yeah, no, it's gross. And I didn't either. Now I'm paranoid. I'm like, are there cockroaches in my PS5?
No.
I know. Terrible thoughts. But the only real big news that I kind of see kind of in our world right now is the Grammy nominations came out yesterday. Did you see anything like right off the bat that you were like, oh shit, okay?
I did see an album we reviewed, Deftones' Private Music, being nominated for Best Rock, along with Linkin Park, Yungblud, and those are the only ones I remember. I think there were a few other artists that I recognized or probably know very well, but those are the three that jumped out. We did go over Linkin Park a little bit as well, and I think I mentioned that Yungblud is like the new rock star, kind of like the rock icon. Kind of is the Avril Lavigne. The male Avril Lavigne.
He is the male. Absolutely. That's like such a great fucking take on that male Avril Lavigne. That's good.
I no knock against him.
No knock against it either. Like total respect. I like him. I like what he's doing. I just
it's not my style of rock, dude. But it's good that
not really my style of rock either, but
it's a good gateway for people getting into rock to start off on, and then getting into the actual nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, I like his personality. I see him in interviews a lot, and just like talking like with other big rock stuff. He did something for the Ozzy tribute.
Yeah, he got
which
Ozzy
I thought
a
was
big
really
necklace.
really nice. Yeah, so I thought he's charming. I like his personality more than his music, but I totally respect anybody who's trying to carry the rock flag, forward in this modern world, even though it's not like our exact style of rock, I want to see guitars be fucking popular again. So
who else was nominated for the rock category?
I'm not sure, but I was gonna just kind of pull it up and we can just go through all the Grammy nominations.
Let's do it. I'm sure there's a million artists I don't know of, or maybe I know more than I think.
Maybe we will see. I'm going to just go through the whole Grammy nominations, at least for like a lot of the categories that are big and we care about. So, Bad Bunny, record of the year, makes sense. He's got the Super Bowl, show, and he is probably, is he the biggest Latin artist in America? Has to be. Yeah. Our making a comeback from the last episode, Sabrina Carpenter's Man-Child.
Doechie's been super popular.
Doechii, Anxiety. Is Anxiety the one that samples is this the one that samples I don't know how to pronounce his fucking name, but Somebody that I used to know.
I don't know. I don't
Is
know
that the one, or
anything
is
about.
Anxiety her other popular
I
one?
haven't heard any of this music, dude. Any of it. Wildflower, no. Abracadabra, no. I mean, I know
Okay.
who Lady
I know
Gaga
I
is,
know
so
Wildflower just 'cause I know Wildflower just 'cause I like Billie Eilish, and I have mad respect for Phineas as a producer. So Lady Gaga, which Abracadabra is kind of, I see it on like a lot of commercials and shit, and like a lot of dance videos.
abracadabra. It's not that. That's not that, right? She's not making a remake of that.
No, no, she's not making a remake of that. It's like abracadabra, da da la 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 la, something shit like that.
Classic Lady Gaga.
Ken, yeah, Kendrick and SZA,
Okay.
Luther, which Luther samples a Luther Vandross song, and like they just kept the kind of title, just like an homage to their sample, which I think is pretty cool, in the hip hop world. Chappell Roan, and then Rose and Bruno Mars.
I've
I
heard
don't know
a
who Rose
lot of
is, but
Pink Pony Club. I don't know who do you think's
yeah, I
gonna
don't know
win
what the.
that.
I've never heard this Subway. I don't.
Probably Bad Bunny, right?
Probably
Record
Bad
of the
Bunny or
year.
Sabrina Carpenter, probably. Yeah. Which record of the year is just like
That could be a single too,
there's
right?
album of the year. Well, record of the year is a single basically.
Okay.
Like record of the year is not an actual record. Album of the year is overall album. And then record of the year is like there's a difference between song of the year and record of the year, and I think it has to do with production. I think one's more aimed at like kind of singer-songwriter style, and one's more aimed at like, your modern pop production is
Okay.
my understanding of it.
Okay.
So, but as you drift into album of the year, you get back into Bad Bunny again, Justin Bieber's Swag, which I couldn't tell you any songs off that album, but it's getting a lot of traction. Here Comes the Album, Sabrina Carpenter, fucking
Man's
man's
best
best
friend.
friend,
So yeah, she's a dog. She
which
literally is a dog in that
we,
album.
yep, which when a clip comes out later today, you will see some pictures from the last episode in there. Um, here's one I liked. Pusha T and Malice's so Clips Let God and Sort Him Out. Pharrell Williams was like the executive producer on it, and um, it sounds great. It sounds great. It's kind of a throwback to like more '90s style hip hop with like some modern production techniques. But I always thought it was good. Pusha T has a big beef with Drake.
Yeah, he was the dude that revealed Drake had a
Yes, that kid with the stripper.
Adonis.
Yeah, yeah. The story of Adonis, which he did over the beat of Jay Z, the story of OJ, which is like one of my favorite fucking Jay Z beats, which is a beat that samples like a Nina Simone song. It's pretty cool. And then
He also,
the other name that jumps out to me. Go
just
ahead.
to add to that, that picture of
Yeah.
Drake is so bad. I mean, I know he's half black, but him in blackface is just really
Mm-hmm.
odd considering that
I
he was
know.
raised by white and Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
Really sketchy.
I know, super sketchy. So, I think that was where Drake's image really started taking a hit,
Mhm.
and he continues to do
No,
so
he's made a
on.
killing though lately. Like he's been, I think he's made some milestones as far as streaming goes,
Yeah, yeah, I know he
and
has.
his new album's gotten a lot
So,
of streams. So I don't know if it's
yes, it has. You
might
know,
just be an LA thing or
maybe I think I could be biased because I pay way more attention to like the Kendrick Lamar side of things than Drake. So,
it was never proved that he had another kid, right? To be fair, I mean, a lot of the stuff. Don't get me wrong, Drake was texting like Millie Bobby Brown and all those.
well, it was. I don't know about another kid, but like Adonis is a real kid. Like that's his
No,
actual
no, no. But
kid.
I'm talking about like trying to groom kids, groom
Oh,
young
no,
girls.
none of that's been proven. None of that's been proven.
But it worked.
It did work, but like hats off to Drake for continuing to just like move pat. Like he lost a big court battle recently, I think, where they were like, "Yeah, we can't, we're not gonna we can't sue Kendrick Lamar for implying things in a song. So
What
big win in the court case for surrounding all that for the Kendrick Lamar team. But like I think you're right. Drake kind of did just push by. He did put out another album, an album that did pretty well, an album that we might even see on this list as we go through the Billboard stuff.
last thing I want to say on this is, what if politicians started using diss tracks and using it as artistic expression so they can't get sued for defamation? Is that like the way to go around it, rather than just come out and say, yeah, this person is a pedo?
Yeah, probably. Um, the other thing I saw, the other thing I see on this Clips album is I didn't know that Manny Marroquin was a producer on there. But I don't know a ton about. I couldn't tell you a ton of his production off the top of my head, but I have been to his restaurant in LA, which is Verse, which is a completely soundproof room. Like they have soundproofing on the walls and like they have speakers like placed smartly throughout the room so that like you can hear it above your table, but you can't hear the people talking at the table next to you. And there's a live band in the room and everything sounds quiet. It's crazy. It's like one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. Probably the most expensive meal I've ever bought, but it was a beautiful
Where'd you
experience.
get?
At Verse, what did we eat?
Yeah,
Um, buttered rolls with caviar and filet mignon.
bougie.
Oh yeah,
Good, good.
I like to. Yeah,
Butter
I guess
rolls of caviar and
we
filet
were.
mignon.
Yeah, if you're gonna ball out, do it right.
Yeah, I would talk mad shit about the people next to me just to make sure they can't hear.
Yeah, that was a nice. Well, we had gone to we went to L.A. to see Anderson Paak at the Hollywood Bowl, so we were just like, "Hey, we're here in L.A. Let's have fun." And I knew about this. I had listened to a podcast where Manny Marroquin came in and kind of talked about the state of the art and like the revolutionary stuff around his restaurant. Yeah, I really wanted to go. I paid the price. It was good. I don't know if I would go back. It was worth the experience for one time, but like I just for how much you're spending, I don't I feel like yeah, I don't know. It just I can't afford that a lot.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to keep moving through some of these bigger ones, but Lady Gaga's new album Mayhem is up for album of the year. Kendrick Lamar, GNX, obviously big fucking record. And then I don't know if you know that Mutt song, Leon Thomas,
nope.
Mutt. Laurel really likes it. She's been listening to that a lot. And then Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia, which I respect Tyler. I like all this, Odd Future stuff and things like that around him. Not huge on his music. I respect a lot of the producers and people that work on this stuff. Just I don't know, just
I don't like.
not
I've never liked his music,
not
honestly. I
really
don't get it.
yeah, not really my thing. Yeah, I don't get it either. A lot of my friends' kids listen to it, and like I know some people here who like took their kids to see him in concert. Like my friends who have like 10, 11-year olds are like, their kids are really into Tyler the Creator.
I just
So
remember him for eating the cockroach in that music video, and that was kind of his claim to
I don't
fame.
know about that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Oh,
That's crazy. So, song of the year, we got Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Another Anxiety, which here, these are like the same songs that were, for record of the year. So maybe I don't know the difference between song of the year and record of the year. But I think record of the year is, like they're recognizing the producers with the artist. And this one, they're recognizing the songwriters with the artist.
okay.
Which in pop, there's way more writers on things. You notice there's like 7 to 10 credits between writers and producers on all pop songs. Where if you look at like one of our records, it's like me, you, and our producer. So, but yeah, here's a big one: Golden from Demon Pop
That
from
that would
K-pop
I would
Demon Hunters.
imagine that one winning, right? I would imagine
I
GNX
dude,
winning
it's
record of the or the album of the year,
album of the
and
year,
then
yeah.
K-pop Demon
But
Hunters for sure.
dude, yeah, dude, like I'm hearing it everywhere. It's on SNL. It's yeah, it's all over the place. So, um And then you got Kendrick Lamar again for Luther,
I
which,
don't know Jack
you know,
Antonoff
right
was
there.
involved.
Yeah, I didn't know Jack Antonoff was involved either. But then you look down, Jack Antonoff again
Man,
on the Sabrina Carpenter album, dude. Dude, Jack Antonoff's everywhere, bro. Like he's out there. And then Wildflower by Billie
I
Eilish
didn't
and
know
her
her
brother
last name was
Taylor.
O'Connell.
Yeah. Yep.
Eilish, is there a middle name or is that just like a stage name? Because it says Billie
I
Eilish
don't
O'Connell.
know. I think it's her middle name, and she just uses her first and middle name as her stage name, and her brother just uses his first name as his stage name.
Phineas.
So,
Ooh, best new
yes.
artist. Let's see
Um,
if I can recognize. I've
Best
seen
new
Addison
artist. I
Rae's name before, and maybe Olivia Dean.
I know two of the I listened to two of these like heavily. I listened to Olivia Dean a lot. She's, I love the British fucking R&B kind of girls. So she's crushing it for me, and I love the Marias, dude. I think you would like the Marias, bro. Like they're like they're like if Fantagram merged with Beach House.
Ooh,
Like you would love the Marias, dude. Like they're fantastic.
okay. I like to see that.
Yeah,
Probably
like
not going to win, but it's good to see.
no, but like yeah, dude. I They're real like big in the indie rock world, and I really love them. Just like that atmospheric kind of lush indie rock sound. They remind me a lot of Beach House and like Fantagram because they have a little bit more electronic production than Beach House sometimes. So
Leon
yeah, I don't know
Thomason,
who Somber
me
is.
neither. Feels like there's way more
I see.
nominees this year than normal.
Yeah, yeah, and Lola Young. I kind of feel like Cat's Eye or Lola Young take that honestly, because Cat's Eye is a big new kind of K-pop artist that's kind of drifted into American stuff. They got that big kind of reggae-ish sounding pop song, Gabriella. And then Lola Young. I kind of feel like Lola Young can win. I feel like she was everywhere before she kind of had to step away for mental health reasons.
That'd be a good opportunity
But
to have her talk about
but
mental health.
Messy, but like yeah, dude, but like Messy was a huge song, and she's got some good songs that I like. She's interesting. She's another British girl, dude. Like these British girls are, I guess British music has always been very prominent in America. I tend to notice that a lot of the people that I listen to I'm always like, if I'm listening to something other than rock, it's like they're usually British. Let's see. I don't really know any of this.
It's good
So
to
the Black
see.
Keys are on
Yeah,
here. You want to get into you want to go find some more stuff that like we can that we're like actually gonna talk about, because yeah, now you're getting into songwriter. And like, dude, a lot of this stuff has been the same exact songs. Like all these songs, like we keep seeing the same songs kind of
right.
popping into other stuff.
Wow. So
So
these
let's
people
see.
wrote
Where's the
all the
rock
songs.
stuff? Yeah, dude. So let's get it. Yeah, pop and dance. Let's kind of see. Yeah, again, Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Chapel Roan, Lola Young. Yep. Here's another Golden for best pop duo. I guarantee that Golden wins it. Even though I feel like Defying Gravity could be a close second, but I feel like the energy and people's conscious right now is more focused on K-pop Demon Hunters than um, Wicked, which came out a year ago. And even though the second Wicked's about to come out before the Grammys, maybe that'll shift that a little bit. 30 for 30, another SZA and Kendrick Lamar song. Vocal pop album, a lot of the same stuff. A lot of the same album swag. Man's best friend. This is the first time I've seen Miley Cyrus though pop up here. Oh, my boy Anderson Pack and Disclosure right there. Hell yeah. Also Fred again. I love Fred again. Now we're getting into like the more electronic stuff I listen to. And Kate Renata. You listen to any of these people?
No, I know Skepta is. I know obviously Anderson Paak.
Yeah.
I'm so out of touch
Um,
with the music. I've become a boomer, man. I really have.
yeah. I
Skrillex,
stay.
nice.
I try to stay pretty up just because I'm like I'm a producer and I kind of operate in the electronic hip hop and rock worlds. So I'm pretty locked in most of those things.
Tame Impala's on there?
So yeah, the new Tame Impala record sound is it sounds really. Have you listened to the new Tame Impala record?
Nope.
It's leaning more into like the kind of it's gone more. I don't know, when they first started, they sounded a little bit more raw, like, not like, they sounded kind of like, I kind of would place, the first Tame Impala record along like a Black Keys record. And now, like, ever since, The Less I Know, the Better, I feel like they keep, Tame Impala keeps shifting further into the kind of pop indie realm. And the new record sounds a lot like that. Best pop dance records. I want to get into the rock stuff so that we can really talk about it, because then you're going to know a lot more of this stuff. But more people that I listen to, like Fred again, Rufus Du
I
Soul,
love that title for Skrillex.
Skrillex. Yeah.
And it even has a heart
um,
emoji at the end.
yeah.
Less than three.
The way that emo kids wrote it back in the day. There we go. Let's get into rock and metal.
Best rock
Rock and metal, this is kind of
performance.
where we live. So, Emil and the Sniffers, I kind of feel like they're an Australian band. Do you know who they are?
Turnstile. I don't know the Sniffers. I know Linkin Park.
Yeah, dude, Turnstile is huge right now,
Yeah.
dude. Like, they are like the top of the metal charts, I feel like. But Linkin Park, Turnstile, Haley Williams. I feel like Haley Williams has been getting a lot of attention lately. She's been doing a lot of podcasts and a lot of press around her new record. Um, Sounds like this might be her last solo record, but it also sounds like Paramore is kind of, always in and out of kind of the skids with different members.
I wonder who you would think that.
Youngblood.
Yeah, I would. Youngblood might. It seems like he's getting that industry push to where
Yeah,
Youngblood might win. Personally, I would give this to Never Enough
I
for
would too.
personal bias.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, dude. I think so too. I think that Turnstile's due for some recognition. Um, Best metal performance, Dream Theater. I didn't know Dream Theater was still putting
I
stuff out, but
know.
that makes sense.
Ghost, Sleep Token, Spirit Box, Turnstile.
Ghost.
That's actually pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
a lot of people won't say Ghost is really metal, but I think they kind of sound like it, reminding of King Crimson with ABBA. Not in a
They
dis. I'm not dissing
Yeah,
it.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. The new Ghost record to me really sounds like man, I can't even think of who. It sounds like Def Leppard if they had just like a way more eccentric singer.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I like Ghost. I Birds was
I do
my
too.
favorite single from Turnstile, but I don't know if it's
Yeah.
I don't know about best metal performance personally. I know it's considered hardcore. Um,
Yeah.
I could see Ghost
I like
taking this just because they really have done well with
Yeah.
their tours and selling out
Yeah.
arenas, and their shows are
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are, I think a lot of I don't know, the metal gatekeepers. I hear Sleep Token's not metal a lot. Emergence is not the heaviest song on their new record, so I could totally understand those things. I don't know Soft Spine very well, but I do really like Spirit Box. I haven't really gotten super into their new record. I love their last record though. I
Yeah,
should probably give them another listen. I do.
the way I look at this is
She can scream really well for, she's got a scream
she
on her.
does, she does,
Yeah.
and
Courtney LaPlante.
um, the way I look at this is who makes them the most money out of all these, and
Yeah, dude, I kind of look at that
it's
too.
either Sleep Token or Ghost
Or
out of
Ghost,
this
yeah.
list right
Like
here.
the Yeah. Moving on. Best rock song. Is this new Nine Inch Nails song from the is that from the Tron soundtrack?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Um
That bombed, so I
more
don't think that's gonna put much traction. I thought it was a good record, but and the song's pretty cool, but I think with the movie
Yeah, but what
bombing,
I've heard, yeah, dude, I've heard that the story is kind of weak, and Jared Leto's doing his Jared Leto thing, but on the other side of it, I hear like the people who are like enjoying it are like, if you go in knowing that the story sucks, but just are looking for an hour, a 2 hour fucking Nine Inch Nails music video, those are the people who seem to enjoy it. Are the people who are just like, they're like, this is, awesome music just with like a beautiful backdrop. So, all right. Another Sleep Token song, Caramel, which has like a Latin trap beat going through, like the beginning of it until it gets real fucking heavy in the end. Interesting song. I do really like that song though. Another Haley Williams song, another Turnstile, and then Youngblood. So I think rock's kind of just
Just the
it's where they're
same
at, and
artist,
the
except for
best,
Deftones, which is funny because they
yeah.
don't get nominated for a
As we drift
song,
into the
but they get into best rock
best
album.
album, yeah, yeah. So here's the best rock albums: Deftones, Private Music, Haim, I Quit, um, Linkin Park, From Zero, Turnstile, Never Enough, and Youngblood, Idols. I kind of feel, for some reason, I feel like either Linkin Park or Youngblood are gonna take that.
I hope it's
Maybe
Deftones.
Turnstile,
I
but
hope it's
I hope
Deftones.
so too. But I do too. I just we'll see. Can anybody vote on the Grammys, or is
No,
it
it's
like a
industry voted.
industry? Yeah. So, which as we get into best alternative performance, Turnstiles in this one too, but which feels weird against Bon Iver and The Cure.
It makes sense. They
Yeah,
from their hardcore roots, they've gone all over the map. Their past 2 albums, even more so with their latest release. So, whether it was by design to get
yeah,
recognition like this or not, they've certainly done a good job of getting nominated, obviously.
yeah.
That's good. That's really good for the hardcore world.
Hmm.
It reminds me of, when Metallica did the Black Album, how they branched out and then started getting recognition. I think Turnstile might that's the hope for them is that they might be today's, like, uh, kinda like how we were saying Youngblood is the gateway to rock music. Maybe Turnstile might be the gateway for hardcore bands.
Maybe, and that's a good point. So, um, coming off of alternative song, we're looking at alternative album. Bon Iver again, The Cure, Tyler the Creator, um, Wet Leg, and Haley Williams.
I think people will be mad if Tyler, the Creator, wins that.
Yeah. I'm assuming you don't know anybody in the R&B area other than probably Chris Brown and Justin Bieber.
I've heard Kehlani, but
No.
I have no idea what any of these songs are.
Yeah.
So
This
many different
R&B. I just want to get
categories,
to,
dude.
yeah. I know there's so many categories. I don't want to sit in here too much longer, but I want to kind of look at rap real quick just to see. So best rap performance, another Clips song, Cardi B, Doechii. Dude, this anxiety song is in like almost every category, I feel like,
Didn't Doechii
except for
win,
rock.
didn't she
She won
win?
best new artist
Yes,
last year, I
okay, yep.
think.
I was just gonna
Yeah,
ask that.
okay. Yeah. So, another Kendrick Lamar and another Tyler the Creator. Best rap song, Doechii again, Clips again, Tyler the Creator,
This might be the last year we see a
Aaliyah,
lot of rap
rap.
gaining,
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
because of the lack of, charting on the billboards. If that continues,
I
do we
feel
think
like
it's
yeah,
gonna, continue on to next year?
I kind of think so. I kind of think Kendrick probably takes best rap album with GNX.
But
But
I'm talking about
um,
pop as
yeah, I
far
think
as, just best in
oh pop
general with the
best in general.
you know, those first few categories we were looking at. Will we see rap continue to be on those, or will it be more country, dance
I
artists?
I kind of think it's drifting. I think you're right. I think you're starting to see more. I don't know, man. I just sound evolves so much, and like you see, like these different genres take on new identities to survive. Um, and just with everything going on, and like everybody having access to all these different tools, it's so hard to kind of even guess where it's going next. But I do think that we've been talking about this for a few episodes now, but rap just kind of starting to trend down.
It's been 30
I also
years.
saw
30 years pretty much
yeah,
that rap has been in the
in the
mainstream,
game,
yeah.
yeah, kind of dominating, yeah. So it makes sense, yeah. We'll probably see more pop. I think we're gonna see pop I think we're gonna see pop and stuff kind of drifting, a little bit more into the rock area. Like I kind of feel a guitar comeback coming in a pop kind of rap aspect. I just don't know if that's enough to save, rap. I think country rap is starting to take off big. Like,
Hmm.
Big the Plug down here has kind of like started a sound, and I'm seeing a lot of people, looking for like country style rap beats. I think that might be the way for rap to survive is if they like really break into country. And you've already started to see it, with Post Malone switching to country and Beyonce, switching to country, just kind of blending their styles a little bit. Like, you see, and that's how country has been surviving. Like, like country, like kind of, morphed from what it was into more of like a mainstream country pop, is kind of what it feels like to me. So I do think that like to survive in the top, you got to kind of really reinvent yourself in the pop with the pop, breakthroughs a lot. But I think that's really all I had on the Grammys.
I really hope Turnstile wins a lot. I think
I hope so too.
for the style of music that I prefer, seeing them win
Hmm.
might usher in a
Yeah,
lot of new bands of a similar category. So I'm really
I
rooting
agree.
for Turnstile. I'm rooting for Deftones to win Best Rock Album. If not, I
Me
hope it's
too.
Turnstile. I'm afraid it's going to be Youngblood. Let's see.
We will see. So, well, all right. Until next week, guys. Have fun. Stay curious.